let's get this out of the way, right? Let's talk about, should you summon for Imbibitor Lunae? That's the first thing. No, you should not. In my opinion, you shouldn't. Unless, let me finish talking. Unless you're in this type of situation, right? Let's say you started playing since the release of the game. You summoned for Seal or Jing Juan, Yang Qing, Welt, Blade, Kafka. You know those DPS characters that came out? If you have 2 of those, you don't need them because you already have damage. What you need right now is like actually good support characters that can boost that damage even higher. Right? So you don't need Imbibitor Lunae. If the amount of cuts that I have to do because this moron doesn't know how to speak in one sentence is astronomically disrespectful. Subscribe. Let's get back to the video. You already have like 2 characters that can bomb the whole enemy team. But let's say you just started playing the game around when Kafka and Blade were out, right? You could only get 1 unit. Let's say you got Blade because I don't got Kafka, and you need a second unit. Then in that situation, you still should not summon for Imbibitor Lunae, because if you started at that point, that means you have no support whatsoever, so you should go for Fushuan. The only time you should go for Imbibitor Lunae, it's if you are collecting just for the attire. Unless you somehow just don't have any DPS characters and you saved up for Imbibitor Lunae, sure, you can go ahead and get him. He's an amazing unit, but he's not needed. Like, all the damage he's doing is absurd, but it's not really needed, okay? So with that said, let's get into everything else. Let's talk about his Lycon option. Lycon options. What's so funny? What are you laughing at? I don't get it. I'm not laughing. All right, Mutual Demise, Shattered Home, not good. Collapse in Sky, pretty good, gives you 40% increased damage for your basic attack, which is what he needs. He's a basic attack junkie. I'm talking about Imbibitor Lunae if you forgot what video you're watching. Anyways, use that. Walk time, don't use it unless you for some reason having on a team comp that has DOT, but that won't work. Let me remind you, he's very greedy with his points or his skill points, so this will never work. Just don't use it, right? And if you are like, oh, but it gives you 20% damage if you superimpose it, then just get a Secret Vow. Literally, a superimposition 1, it gives you 20%. Why bother, right? So at superimposition 5, you do get 40% with the Secret Vow. His second passive could work, but it's kind of rare due to the fact that it's like you need the enemy to have equal health or higher than Imbibitor Lunae, which is, again, possible, but not really that consistent due to the fact that he just deals so much damage to the point that they will never have equal to or higher health than him, because they'll be dead unless you're fighting a boss, I guess. But yeah, Secret Vow, the most welcome you. Don't do that. Nowhere to Run, it could work. Increases the warrior's attack by 24%. Whenever the warrior defeats an enemy, they restore HP equal to 12% of their attack. That's cool. And at superimposition 5, you get 48%, pretty much 50% free attack. And this is a battle pass Lycon, so you know, not a lot of people are going to buy the battle pass. Anyways, something irreplaceable. If you do have this, it's useful as well, but just know that he's gonna get hit a lot. Okay, so in the video I said that you need to get hit to get the buffs for something irreplaceable. I probably cut it out, I don't know, but just in case you want to actually understand how the buffs work, you get a 40% increase on attack immediately. Right after that, you need to get hit or defeat an enemy to heal yourself, which is pretty good. So yeah, something irreplaceable is actually decent. If you don't have something irreplaceable, which means it's replaceable, so what type of stupid title is that? It's obviously replaceable if it's not the best in slot. Anyways, on the Fall of a Neon, whenever the warrior attacks, their attack is increased by 16% in this battle. This effect can stack up to 4 times. When the warrior inflicts weakness break on the enemy, the warrior's damage increases by 24%. That's pretty nice. Right, that's pretty nice. You'll be breaking shields left and right as long as it's part of the imaginary shield. But if you have a Silver Wolf, I guess that wouldn't really matter to you. Under the Blue Sky and on the Fall of a Neon, they're pretty good for him. But Under the Blue Sky, I feel like it has a bit more value due to the fact that it just gives you stuff without you having to break the enemy shields, right? So for the first passive, it just gives you straight up 32% attack. If you have it at superimposition 5, if it's superimposition 1, you only get 16%. If you kill an enemy, you get 12% crit rate. Superimposition 5 is 24% crit rate, which is just amazing. I feel like this is the second best in slot just because of that. But it would be amazing if it had the third passive of his signature Lycon, which is just regenerating some energy. Now, if you don't have any of these, which is kind of unlikely, that would mean that you're a whale and you do have his brighter than the sun, hotter than the sun, hotter than this room that I'm saying. I do have his signature Lycone. Increases the warrior's crit rate by 18%. You don't have to do anything. You just get that for free. Okay, cool. When the warrior uses their basic attack, they will gain 1 stack of Dragon's Call, lasting for 2 turns. Each stack of Dragon's Call increases the warrior's attack by 18% and energy regeneration rate by 6%. Dragon's Call can be stacked up to 2 times. At Super Precision 5, this just goes dummy crazy. I'm sorry, it just goes dummy crazy. Am I going for the Super Precision 5? No, I'm not a whale. What do I look like, bro? I'm the luckiest man alive, not the richest one. Don't go for Mutual Demise, Shattered Home. Collapsing Sky, good. Walk Time, bad. Under the Sky, amazing. Secret Vow, all right. The most welcome you, I don't know. The Brighter Than the Sun, incredible. Best in slot, of course, is gonna be OP. Something irreplaceable is definitely replaceable if you have On the Fall of a Neon, which is the second best in slot, and that's about it for the Lycone. So let's move on, bro. I'm talking way too much. I'm sorry. If you don't have Wastelander, you can go with 4-piece Musketeer or mix and match 2-piece Musketeer and 2-piece Wastelander, which is pretty good. You know, you get attack for free. You get some imaginary damage as well. It's pretty nice. If you don't have Rutilant Arena, you can go ahead and use Ceiling Space Station or Space Ceiling Station. Jeez, what a name, what a tongue twister. But yeah, will it be as good as the 4-piece? I don't know. But let's talk about the stats you need. Obviously, for the head and the gloves, you won't be able to control those stats because it's always going to be HP and attack, right? Now, for his chest, you want it to be crit damage always crit damage. For his boots, you can either go speed or attack. It's just the speed tuning is kind of annoying, so attack is way more comfortable to use, is way more viable, right? And with the team I have, you want him to go last. We're going to talk about teams later. For his orb, you obviously want to go imaginary damage. For his rope, you can go attack or energy recharge. It just depends on your situation, but personally, I prefer attack percentage because it's just more damage and I love seeing numbers. Anyways, Eidolons. No Eidolons. I am the luckiest man, but not a rich man. Keep that in mind. Moving on to the team. Let's start off with Natasha. She's here for sustainability, for Imbibitor Lunae, you know, healing and whatnot. My healing with my Natasha isn't really that good. I wish I had Luocha, but I lost the 50-50 to Gepard. Unfortunate, but it led to me getting Blade, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it led to me getting Blade. Anyways, Ting Yung, Sniper of Necks, incredible support, amazing. It gives them, you know, increased damage, increased attack percentage, actually increased attack, I'm sorry, does it? And then it gives them 50 energy, right? The skill gives them attack boost, the ultimate gives them 50 energy, and it gives them damage boost, which is kind of insane, right? Pella is here due to the fact that she needs, like, I need someone to proc that, you know, debuffed enemies effect so I can get the 10% crit rate. Again, it doesn't count towards Rutilant Arena, which is very annoying, right? Why make things non-complicated? Of course, again, it's a Hoyoverse thing. They just like to complicate things, and that's it, to just ruin the player, right? So yeah, she's just here to debuff the enemies so I can get that 10% from that first passive from the 4-piece of Wastelander. Anyways, your other teams could be looking like, you know, I know, Gepard, Bronya, and Yukon. You could have a team like this if you have E6 Yukon. You need E6 Yukon. you need E6 Yukon. Oh, you need Bronya's Lycon too. You need like I'm getting so tired of just hearing the same shit over and over. I'm just losing my mind. You can use Gepard, Luocha, or Natasha as sustain. You can use Bronya, even though she's kind of impractical with them, just because she's very skill point hungry. So this type of team right here won't really work if you haven't invested into Eidolons or Lycons. So keep that in mind, right? But you can definitely have these two on the same team. Yukon and Bronya, oh my god, the damage I've dealt is so ridiculous. Like, yo, it's so crazy. But yeah, you can have a team like this, but preferably, you know, to be more efficient, to guarantee 3 stacks with your basic attack every single time, you want to go Natasha, you want to go Ting Yung, and Pella. But just to tell you the most easy way to build a team for Imbibitor Lunae, you want characters that are skill point positive. Imbibitor Lunae is a negative, you know, Natasha is a positive, Ting Yung is a positive, Yukon is a negative because she does want to use her, you know, her skill to proc her ultimate and the crit rate so you can get Rutilant Arena. But just know it all consists of just, you know, characters that need skill point positivity. If you can't guarantee skill point positivity with Yukon on the team, then again, you can switch her for Pella, and you'll still proc the passive for the 4-piece of Wastelander. So this right here, this is the team that I use the most, but I love using Yukon on my team because of that easy 70% that I can get for the Written on Arena set. Anyways, that's it for the teams. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Look, man, been going through it. Yo, I'm actually really sweating. This is really bad. Like, this is really bad. This is terrible. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves. See you on the next one.